Hello everyone, just Goran here, and welcome back to another episode of the Planckendael Real Life Zoo Tour. I'm joined by Eben, of course, and
Hello.
today we are going to America. So yeah, of course, last episode we were over here in the Africa area, but we are turning to America right now. And I mean, I love this sign.
It's so kitschy, but I love it.
Yeah, over here we can see the exit, but that's of course not where we're going
Oh
because
no,
we're not
because
Eben.
exactly. Oh, this is when we're going to Planckendael, which we weren't able to do. But when we're
Yeah.
going, I'm going to take you on the Eben route.
Looking forward to it. So over here, we have some backstage stuff. Of course, we just crossed that river again that we also
Oh, yeah.
crossed. I think there were some employees in the backstage, so that's why I didn't walk up to it.
Yeah, I was asking myself why doesn't he go up to it? But yeah, that explains it.
But yeah, here we have our first very American animal, the hooded vulture.
Yeah, of course. We all know that's the most American animal we all think
The
about.
most American of the vultures, the one from Africa. Let's not look for any meaning behind that and move on. Because on the other side,
Yeah, go ahead.
we have some other aviaries, but they are all blocked. Oh yeah, we also get to see the
Oh,
lovely
cool.
cart that they have. But
They
yeah, all of
almost
these
ran you
aviaries
over.
are... Shh, that's fine. It's an honor. No, but yeah, we got some more aviaries here, but they're all blocked off, so I'm guessing those are just backstage holdings now?
If I remember it correctly, these used to be aviaries that you could see as well, because as you can
Yeah.
see, the wood was also quite new.
Yeah, and it has a similar like layout to this one where you have that little
Yeah.
like area in front of it and stuff.
So I don't know what is holding them back. I guess it's part of a renovation, but it's
Maybe
for
that's where they're
years.
keeping. Maybe that's where they're keeping the Andean bears of Antwerp. Because I know, and now that I've been to Antwerp, I saw the signs that like the bears are being kept at Planckendael. I'm just looking at Planckendael like where?
Yeah.
Where are they keeping them?
Yeah, exactly. Where? Oh, maybe they are keeping them where they are keeping the. They have like extra yards for the cheetahs. Maybe there.
I don't know. But yeah, over here we have some more aviaries. These are all pretty simplistic. I think they're pretty old.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
oh yeah. These have been there since I was a kid. So like, they're
Yeah.
really old.
Yeah, over here we have the Guera cuckoo. I probably
think-
butchered the hell out of that. But
You pronounce it better than I do, so that's fine.
but yeah, it's I quite like this place. This is also cool. More of the cuckoo. But over here we have the spectacled owl. And what I've always noticed about a lot of spectacled owl enclosures is they're often a lot more like shaded and darker. And here that's done very naturally because it's just really overgrown. But I think it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I think the it's part of the charm of this area, but I do sometimes feel like there's so much plants that you sometimes not get a decent enough view of the animals. But on the other hand, it's part of the whole discovery thing. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's a yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably a lot of just it being dated over here. That was, by the way, for the Mexican military macaw, if you couldn't tell on the sign.
Yeah, if you couldn't tell by like the brief look that we had at them.
Yeah, I mean there wasn't a lot to see.
Yeah,
Except for
this
the
is
plans. It's not this of all the areas. This one has the least grand entrance. I would say.
yes. I was going to say the same. Like it takes a while until you really feel the America feel that you got from the first sign.
Yeah. Over here we have, of course, another one of those shortcuts, which you can
I
also
love to
notice.
take.
Of course, you can also notice how they like open up in the center for those little carts that we saw at the start to be able to go through them. But yeah, here we can see. I think that's actually the capybara habitat with
Yes.
the golden line tamarin, golden-headed line tamarin in the back.
Yeah.
But
Which is probably one of my favorite exhibits of the entire zoo.
It's really cool, but we'll
Yeah.
get there because we have some other like. This area feels weirdly enough. This area feels almost the most dated.
It kind of is the most dated area of the zoo, and I think they've been like fixing a lot of areas in the zoo, and I think this will probably, after the Australian area, be the one that gets like the next renovation.
There's just a lot of weird, like, yeah, we start off with a bunch of South American animals, then we get to North America and then back to South America. There's not really a clear path or story there. And yeah.
Which kinda was what Planckendael was for like the longest time. It's only been like in the last, I want to say, decade that they started going for the more themed things and the more clearly cut routes.
Which is really great, and that's just why this area stands out a bit more, because it's not completely lacking in that, as we'll see in a bit. There's some really great stuff here, but this is a lovely enclosure.
The bush dogs.
The bush dogs, yes, they were actually out and about, which is also fun. But
you can clearly see the paths, and you can now clearly see why you can see the tracks of the animals. It's insane. Every time they're running around like the devil's chasing them. It's insane.
They're great animals. So, and there's this lovely viewing area, which I'll see in a second, where kids can like climb up into this thing over here. If we're gonna show it, are we gonna show it? I'm being really good at this. I'm so good at making videos. There's also all these tunnels and stuff. There it is. So yeah, this thing that kids can climb up. That was a very angry mom yelling at her kid to come down. Great stuff.
So you didn't go inside. I get that.
But yeah, the habitat itself also has like lots of tunnels and stuff for them, which you often see in bush dog enclosures. Yeah, just really nice, natural, fun stuff.
Yeah, I think that's one of the enclosures that's one of the more recent ones, together with the Tamarin exhibit. Those are like quite recent additions. I mean recent. They've been there for a few years as well.
Recent relative to the rest of the
area. Like I think the macaque area is the most recent one of them all. And I think this was the biggest one. No, it's the penguin one was the biggest one before the macaque.
Right. Yeah. Oh, I can't wait to get there, but that will be next episode.
Ooh.
So over here.
Sorry for teasing you, everyone.
This is pretty neat. For the walkthrough area over here, they have a little place where you can store your buggies and carts and whatever. Because of course those are a bit more of a hazard when it comes to maybe accidentally smuggling out a tamarin.
We're going to take a look at. Okay, I was going to say yes, that one. I absolutely adore that sign.
Yes, it's really nice. I love it a lot. Sorry, I cut a bit. I don't know why my recording ended there, but
it's fine.
This is such a nice habitat, like just all of the climbing opportunities for them, and they're not only up in the trees. This is a complete like walkthrough area that the tamarins can be wherever they want, separated by this moat around it.
And like for me, for the longest time, I didn't realize that there was a moat. Like I know you can see it, but you're not. It's like you're not registering it because you're so focused on trying to spot these little tiny monkeys that it's just like, oh yeah, this is a part of the forest because this is the area of the zoo that has a lot of forest. So your brain just goes, okay, I'm just entering the next part of the forest. I'm not entering a specific area where there's the animals can't leave.
Yeah, and then here we have a few of the capybara and the guanaco. You can actually see a guanaco in the background as well.
This comes dangerously close to the one zoo trope that I hate the most. I don't understand why zoos still put like capybara and guanaco together. Like, come on, guys! It's like putting an ibex and and a freaking seal together because both of them are found in Europe. Come on, this doesn't work.
And they're both from South America.
Yeah, they're both in South America, but no. This is my pet peeve when it comes to zoos.
Oh yeah, here we have a nice sign about like conservation projects that they do for these animals, and again all of the rules. Also, when are the monkeys able to be seen outside? It has a little sign that tells you at these temperatures they're probably outside, at these temperatures they're probably inside and such, which is pretty cool.
So chances are when we are going to go, they're going to be inside.
They're gonna be inside. Yeah. And here you can actually see those inside enclosures. Lots of climbing. Very Wyatt.
This is very Wyatt. Wyatt is probably going to watch this and he's going to be, oh yeah, shut up.
And we can see it. One of the.
Oh, there's
one. Yeah, I went on the perfect day because they were both inside and outside.
Ooh.
But yeah, I love these animals. They are so beautiful.
These are one of those animals that I want in Planet Zoo. Like, these are such iconic zoo animals for me. I don't know if that's the case for everyone, but for me, this is like, yeah.
Yeah,
oh,
so
I
here you
love
can
these
see
so
one
much.
outside. It did not last long. He went back in like immediately. So everyone was like, "Oh yay, we got to see him!" And there he goes. Bye.
He comes outside. Oh no, everyone is watching me. Going back inside.
Yeah, I think. Oh, didn't they? No, wait, maybe that's a different zoo. But yeah, no, these are such like either these ones or just the actual golden lion tamarins are just such beautiful animals.
Yeah.
I would love them in the game.
Yeah, I think I really hope that we get them one day. Even
Just
though,
more small monkeys.
Yeah, more monkeys in general. Like, I always have a hard time figuring out where we are when. Oh yeah, I get where we're.
Yeah. This is the habitat we saw last episode. From the Africa area, we got a view into this. This is kind of the North American grasslands, I guess.
Prairie exhibit, I guess.
Prairie. We have the mountain wapiti, the Rocky Mountain wapiti, I think, and the American bison.
Yep.
And yeah, I love it.
It's one of their best exhibits because it's just huge.
It's really nice and open, but there's a lot of detail actually. You can also see those nice classic fences that Eben loves so much over here. But yeah. And a New World deer. You don't see those very often.
Oh yeah, no. I think for me, wapitis are always like connected to Planckendael because I think it's the only zoo I've ever seen them in.
I think so too. I think these are actually the only New World deer I've ever seen, period. Which is kind of crazy.
Oh, this is also one of those.
This is super cool.
This is really cool. I did fall down from one of these once. In my defense, it had just rained.
Okay.
And I slipped.
Oh, this is so cool though. Like the viewing area is kind of like a bird's nest, like a stork nest kind of thing. You can see everything is bolted down very securely. Very helpful. Make sure that you don't trip or fall.
Yeah, exactly. Make sure that you don't fall. Yeah.
But yeah, we get a lovely kind of raised view a little bit from over here. Get to see the backstage slightly.
I think, if I remember it correctly, this used to consist of several separate exhibits, and that you can actually see, you could see it there for a moment. You could see where the old, like the concrete pits were, where fences were put in.
I mean, but this is exactly the way the backstage goes here. It doesn't break up the habitat too much, so you actually still have a much bigger sideline from the other side, which works really, really well. And I wish the Africa area had a bit more of that.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, here we have some of my favorite viewing areas.
I thought you were going to say this because it is a very creative use of viewing areas, really.
We're not going to look at them yet, but yeah, we have these Native American teepees with a bunch of stuff inside for you to check out. It's this drum, which doesn't really drum anymore.
It's old. Again, I think this was already here when I was a kid, so like...
That's actually crazy, because I think it's done super well, and it feels kind of modern almost.
Yeah, but I don't think that the viewing areas...
Used to be there.
I think those
Right.
are new. But I remember that at least one of these tents was there.
Yeah, but as you can see, we can go inside, and I think I really don't know which of the two I prefer. But over here we have kind of this rug going through the glass, so you get kind of this reverse habitat immersion type of thing. But yeah, we look through the teepee outside to the bison. I was very lucky that they're actually just standing here, because this is so freaking cool. And then
it's also the first time that I noticed that there's an electric wire on that log.
Yeah.
Which makes a lot of sense, but...
Yeah, you probably don't want the bison to go over this, but... but yeah, this one brings you a little bit closer, because the glass is actually going to be in the doorway. We have some other stuff, like these antlers. Yeah, over here you can see like the glass is actually in the doorway, so you can get a lot closer, which I do also really like. I do also like that kind of reverse habitat immersion on the other side, though.
Yeah, I think I prefer the other one. It's just a more unique view than this.
True. Like you do get to view more here.
Yeah.
Which is nice, but the other one is just, especially while the bison were actually right there on the other side, it was the coolest view. Now, if only they cleaned the glass a little more.
Yeah. Sometimes that's really an issue.
But another thing I want to point out is these little fences on either side. I think they're pretty unique to this area, and they work so well.
It just ties the natural feeling together really well. And oh my god, this is...
Yeah.
Even though the area, like the American area, feels like the oldest one, and sometimes feels like a little bit these kind of things are just really, really good.
Yeah. So we got a little gift shop, but also just this big lake for them. And I actually saw some videos the other day of the wapiti just going into the water and stuff. Even during the winter, they absolutely love it. So, yeah.
I've never seen them do that. Oh, wow. I've never seen a bison rub his head like that either. Oh, that's really cool.
Shedding his fur.
Oh,
I think this was like at the start of summer, so yeah. But yeah, here you can see that complete view all the way to the other side. It's super cool.
Yeah, it's a brilliant exhibit.
Yeah. Over here we have some geese. I don't know what kind of geese. I couldn't find the sign. But there are some geese there. There sure are geese. And then we have one of the coolest food areas, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like, this tent structure and stuff is so freaking cool. We also have, of course, some trash and whatever. A little baby corner. But yeah. Over here is the... Actually, I've never seen anyone make like a baby cleaning station thing.
Oh yeah, no.
Planet Zoo, no.
No. There's a few things that I've been recently seeing, and I was like, oh yeah, I don't think any one of us has ever made this.
Yeah. We should make the list of that, but yeah. So you can get your food on that side, whatever. This is where the fun happens. So it's this huge tent structure, and it's just so cool.
And it's surprisingly warm in colder months. Like, it really works well.
Now, the only criticism I have for this area is that for some reason they hand you your food in like all of these paper bags and stuff. And then they tell you like, oh, only take one tissue because that's bad for the environment if you use multiple. You just gave me like 6 bags for one burger. Just give me a tray.
Okay, we're eating somewhere else.
Okay, but yeah, here we have a fun little gift shop. Just this is also something I've noticed in many zoos, and by many I mean this one and Beekseberg has it as well. So now I'm saying every zoo has this. And this is the furthest point in the zoo, like the furthest from the entrance.
Uh-huh.
So that's where they put a gift shop, I guess.
Yeah, I guess that's. I don't know if it's good design or not.
It
I
kind
mean,
of
you've
makes
you've
sense,
seen
I think.
you've seen a bunch of animals by that time, so maybe your kids want to have a
Yeah,
gift. But on the other hand, as a parent, you're probably like, no, we're getting one where we're going home.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Peop People who are into that kind of stuff and are much better at these things than we are, feel free to comment and tell us how wrong we are.
Why do zoos do it? Because it is a thing, but why is it a thing?
I, I,
Yeah,
I'm a sucker for these kind of viewing
weird
things,
viewings.
viewing windows, because it frames it like a picture, which I love.
Yeah,
Oh, I love
here we
it.
have kind of like a petting zoo area, a bunch of animals like pygmy goats, um, just chickens. Did I say pygmy goats? I meant whatever.
Pick me donkeys, I think.
Pygmy donkey, miniature donkey. Also
Yeah.
turkeys. I think we can hear one every now and then. My favorite bit of theming here is the fact that there's guns. Of course, we are in America, so we gotta have a gun shop.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, wow. But yeah, we are reaching the end of
Yeah.
this episode. We're kind of getting to the halfway point of America. There's the turkey. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Oh yeah, happy Thanksgiving.
Wow. Kind of almost perfect timing.
Yeah. This would have been great to have been released on Thanksgiving. Go on.
Oh, 2 days too late. But yeah, so here we have some piggies.
Oh, I love these.
And
I think those are like, for me, those are another classic zoo animal, but apparently that's not the case for everyone, because when I say like, oh yeah, yeah,
it's
a
literally
pot-bellied
just pig.
pig, it's a pot-bellied pig. Every zoo has that. No, even it doesn't.
No, no.
Wait, it doesn't.
But yeah, lovely building. We're
Yeah.
gonna wrap up. We'll see you guys in the next episode where we're gonna look at some anteaters. We're gonna look at all sorts of other stuff, weird temples, and the coolest penguin enclosure I've ever seen. I think so.
Oh yeah, yeah.
See you
I
guys
hope you're
then.
ready for that. Bye.
Bye bye.